Hey, welcome back, modelers. So today I've got something very, very special for you. We're going to be talking about the Rocky Mountain Hobby Expo. Now, I know I say every time that this is going to be a special video, but I mean it this time. This is very, very special. This is a new hobby show that my friends and I have been working on for the past couple years, and it's finally coming out. So it'll be in June 22nd here in West Jordan, Utah. And I know a lot of you are thinking, why do we need another hobby show?
Because we can.
We've got the one coming up in September even. So why? And there's also some other areas around and all this. Well, this is going to be different in the way that it is using the open system. So what is the open system? I'll go into a little bit of the benefits here. However, I can't get into everything because honestly, I'm not a subject matter expert. I've never been to one, never judged one, obviously never ran one, so I don't know all the ins and outs. Right now, Barry Beediger is the one that is running the show, and he knows how we're going to run this, actually, right? Also, it's going to be a first try, so the MMSI and other places that do open system isn't quite how we have, so we're kind of doing our own unique thing here. But if you want more information, you can go to our website where we've got our information. There's a few things you can look on with the MMSI website, and also some of the methodologies with Shep Payne was kind of someone that originally coined this. And so you can look at it there if you want to go into more details. But what's the rubber that meets the road when it comes to the open system? Now, first of all, I don't want to say oh, this is the superior method and all the other methods are stupid and no, think of this as ice cream. I'm going to be teaching you about vanilla. The IPMS is going to be a chocolate where you're going to be pitted up against each other. With vanilla ice cream here, you're going to be not a competition based, if that makes sense. So it's going to be very different in that, but what's the benefit of that, right? Now, I come from a training and employee development background, so a lot of this speaks to me because I'm always looking at in the hobby, do I care about, hey, I'm doing better than the guy next to me? Not so much. But I care more about, am I growing? Am I getting better? What can I work on? All those kind of things, which some of you might ignore some of that, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody else does their hobby a little differently. But with this, the way I look at the open system as being a benefit and a better system for new modelers and even expert modelers is you're not competing against each other and you're not in that mindset. So if you're at the show and someone like Matt McDougall comes along or something, your day might be ruined because you have no chance of winning against him, and the best you're going to be able to get is maybe second.
Because you suck.
So that might be a little bad. However, you could have everybody that has ever published in Tamiya Magazine International or something all at the show. Doesn't matter. You are pitted up against what is the standard, right? With that, you will be maybe bringing unlimited models, but maybe let's say you bring 5 with this show. We're going to look at all of those, and we're going to look at the best one and say, yes, okay, this one, this is what we're going to judge on. This one's your best piece of work. This is the best chance you have is getting an award. So then they take that and they evaluate it against the standard. So we have a little bit of kind of a point system for that, but more of a mindset in those points, if it makes sense. Here's them, but it's not like we have to do a bunch of math. When you get into the AMPS method, which is also a great method, but you get into very much it's mathematical. But we're still getting into more of an open gold, silver, bronze system with that. So the big thing that I love about the open system is that development, right? You'll be getting feedback. You'll know what judge your work, and you can talk to them. You can also get your scoring sheets back from what they wrote down, what they noticed and all of that with your model. It's also not about looking for flaws, finding the least worst subject. No, what it is we're going to look at what's on the table and we're going to look at what is good there. And the more good, the better your chances for gold, right? And so you could get a gold, a silver, bronze, or a certificate of merit, or potentially nothing. So don't think that it is just kind of a participation trophy. That's not exactly what we're about, right? So with this, it's all about developing you. What's things that you can work on with your hobby? What do we notice that we like? And also you can see the progression year over year of if you're improving. So there's a lot of benefits there. So the other thing that's happening is the judges themselves. Rather than just try to grab who is available and willing, what we're going to do is we have experts in the field. So Matt McDougall would be doing aircraft along with a team. And then you could have like Rick Lawler judge your work, which could speak volumes. If you have a few people that maybe are not even armor modelers, but they're judging the armor, yay, I got first in their opinion kind of thing, versus, wow, Rick Lawler, he gave me a gold. That, I feel pretty good, right? So if you've ever been to a show, and the biggest point was when some big name came to you and said, oh, I loved your Stuka, or something like that. You get that kind of a feeling after the show, right? So that becomes a big benefit. You have experts in that subject, judging that subject, people that can walk the walk, judging. So the other thing that I like about the open system, when you go to the show, you're going to have every modeler in their own kind of section with all of their displays. If you've gone to a regular IPMS show, what happens is everything kind of is anonymous, because bias can happen, but bias always happens anyway. So what you have is, oh, that's really cool, I wish I knew who it was, or maybe you look under the paper and go, oh, that's Darren's, okay. Something like that, right? And so instead, you have all the models together, and then you go, oh, yeah, that's Darren's, cool. I'm going to go ask him how he did this silver effect on that, or something like that, right? So that becomes a lot more beneficial of being able to communicate with the other modelers and develop even further, right? But what else about this show are we looking at? Well, we've got vendors. Something like 25 at the moment. I don't know the exact number. We technically have enough space that we can just keep on bringing in more if we wanted to. So the more the merrier in this situation. We're not going to run out of space when it comes to vendors. And so that's going to be pretty dang cool.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
We're going to have AK Interactive there. And so they're going to have some of the brand new products. I think they're going to bring over the new real colors, which I'm kind of interested to see what those are like. The different bottles, some of the new products there. And Rick Lawler will be doing some demonstrations on that. So we'll also have some other seminars going on. Grant Mayberry is going to be talking about figures and the demonstrations with Rick, and we're looking at a whole bunch of others, some armor modelers. Definitely want to get the Gundam community doing some demos. All of that's coming. So even if you come for this seminars, it's worth its money right there. Now we talked a little bit about awards. Now regular entry, when you get in, it's unlimited amount, and so you can have, let's say, 10 different planes or mixture of different things that you bring in. Now keep in mind with this open system and this first go, we're going to grab your top model and present that and judge that. So technically in the end, you have capability of winning one of the gold, silver, bronze, no matter if you bring 20 different things or one. So that's going to be part of this one here. But when it comes to special awards, oh baby, we've got 21 plus. I think there's a few more that are coming in at the late time. So there's going to be a whole bunch of special awards that are coming in, and they look fantastic. They're pretty much comparable to some of the special awards at Nationals. So we got that going on with From Bases by Bill, and they look awesome. The other thing that's really, really cool about the venue, we actually have it on a base. So it is the Army National Guard Aviation Facility here in Utah. And with that, they fly Apaches and Blackhawks. And we kind of know someone on the up and up that can get us a little bit of a tour of those facilities. So we're talking getting up close to Apaches and Blackhawks. Can't guarantee, you know, get inside or anything like that, but man, you get to be up close and personal with Apaches and Blackhawks, maybe see some flying as well. And then with the venue, of course, we'll have raffles going on, so stay tuned for that. As far as traveling here, there's a bunch of different hotels and food like a mile away from the facility. So don't think we're putting it way out in the boondocks of Utah. No, it's going to be close enough to Salt Lake City to be kind of more of a city, but not close enough that our expenses, you know, skyrocket. So if you want, from here I can make a follow-up video, just put in the comments, and I can answer some of your questions about the contest, the system, some of my history with competitions, and how I came to preferring the open system. All things like that, put in the comments, I can put in there. Otherwise, I've put in old videos, my experiences previously with like nationals and all that, so didn't feel like I really needed to rehash it. But if you want some story time,
Okay, so story time.
yeah, put in the comments. I can tell you some stories about my first competitions, my first nationals and all that, and we can get to there. But otherwise, I hope to see you at the event.